Happy Knitters! Welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
Hello. I think we are only 1 week past when we should have podcasted. Maybe. Two?
Uh-huh.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I feel like you asked the podcast 2 weeks ago.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, yes, closer to, yes, probably closer to 5. But anyway, we're back. This is episode 39. And what, Jordan? It's episode 39. Okay, so we have some new viewers. And we want to welcome you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. To our old viewers, hello, hello, hello. You guys know how this goes. So my name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And I have another son, Dante, who's 18, Alexis, who is 6, and a husband of 23, 24 years. I don't even know when I got married. Oh dear. So anyway, yes, we live right outside of the Dallas, Texas area. So we are here in sunny Texas. So today is Monday and I took the day off from work. So happy Columbus Day to everyone who celebrates Columbus Day or who has the fortune to be off today. So anyway, Jordan is sitting with me today, but we got to hurry up and finish his podcast because he's got to go to band rehearsal. So hopefully he'll be here for the rest of the podcast. If not, he'll just be here for the first half and then you'll be stuck with me for the second half. And I already apologize for that. So let's go ahead and get started so that we can hopefully finish while Jordan is still with us. Okay, so I don't have any Knit Crate subscriptions this month. I think that I have not been to the post office, so I don't have anything to show you, but I do have some Yarnable subscriptions to show you from Hypnotic Yarns. Yes. Yarnables and Yarnables. So I am a member of the Yarnable
Empire.
Okay, the Yarnable subscription, which belongs to Cheryl. She is a wonderful dyer behind this. I'm an ambassador for Hypnotic Yarn, so I actually buy her yarns each month as well. And if you guys decide that you like what you're seeing and you want to sign up for the Yarnable subscription, I'm going to leave the link below. And so what happens is the subscription is only open a few times a year. So I think she's getting ready to open it up again for newcomers. So this link below is just to sign you up, just so you can be notified of when the subscriptions open. And that way you can make a decision if you want to go ahead and continue to join or not. So if you are a new member and you want to join, you can use the discount code, what was it, Jordan? Happy to get $5 off your first Yarnable subscription. So that will be up at the top for you, so you guys can use that. So anyway, so this one is going to be, I believe, August. Is that right, Jordan?
We're behind.
Well, we are behind, but not too far because I kind of caught them up. No, this is September. This is September. So the colorway was Don't Be Ridicio, like ridiculous. How cute is that? And that's the postcard that you got in, okay, yeah. We're back to that. So anyway, look at this beautiful colorway. How gorgeous is that? Such lovely colors. So anyway, so that is Don't Be Ridicio on her plush sock base. That's fine. 85% Superwash Merino,
15% nylon.
And how many yards do you get?
437.
437, but look at that. That is gorgeousness. So anyway, so that was September, and she gave us these, these cute little,
I don't drink tea.
You don't drink tea. Tea drops. Tea drops. I think it's trying to focus on me. Yeah, tea drops. One of them is Shy Spice, and the other is Thai tea. That's awesome. And then, of course, she always puts these little cute little gifts in these bags, which I absolutely love. And these look like little leather, show these, Jordan. They're leaves that you could probably attach to your knitted work. How cute is that? So this camera focuses on our face. So if you're new to podcasts, then that's generally why one of us always covers our face. If you're older members, you know you know what we do all the time. So anyway, so that was September's Yarnable subscription, which is yay. I love everything that she does. I really, really do. I'm always pleased. Jordan, what are you doing?
Trying to do the cucumber thing. You do it on small.
Okay, give me my stuff.
They know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all, so then that brings us to October. Now, if you've been following me a while, and it's been a while since I've talked about this, but I did not have any Halloween sock yarn in my collection. And last year, I think I bought something from a dyer after the fact. I don't even remember, but I think I do have one Halloween yarn in my stash. So with October, I was lucky enough to get another one from Yarnable, because of course that's the subscription. That's the thing, right? That's the thing for October. So with that being said, if you are a member and you have not opened your October box, I would say go ahead and turn your head away so you're not disappointed by seeing yours before you open it.
Spoiled.
Yes, that's the word. I'm having a hard time today, y'all. A hard time. So anyway, so here, look at that, Jordan. This is a colorway for October. This colorway is called Séance. Look at the colors in this. The pinks and the browns and the grays and the greens. I'm just ever so in love with this. So guess what, guys? I'm going to cast this on so that I can have some Halloween socks. And yes, that is definitely going to be my thing. I don't know, for some reason I'm really into sock knitting. Before I had lost my mojo. Now I just want to knit all the socks. I don't know what's going on, but you know, it is what it is. And then she has this, ooh, I might use this tonight. This is called Bath Potion. And it is Happy Fall. And you
Happy, yay.
Happy, yay. So it is basically you put it in your bath and you soak. Oh, that is going to be bomb, because I love bath time. That is my me time. Anyway, so that's that. And then she has this cute little progress keeper from Knitty by Nature Shop by Melissa Malloy. And it is a tarot. Let me flip this right. Hopefully you guys can see this. It is a tarot. Can you see that? We're kind of a little bit far from, but anyway, it's a tarot progress keeper. How cute is that? So anyway, love it. And anyway, like I said, I'm casting those on.
What is this thing?
Oh, is that a candle?
Or a bath bomb. I think it's a candle.
You think it's a candle? Oh, no, it's a candle for sure. I
That's a
got a
little
wick. And I'm sorry, so she did, there's a little ghost candle for you. Boo.
What?
Boo.
Boo. What?
Boo. 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 So anyway, guys, I'm telling you, just check out her website. If you don't do anything but just browse and just kind of just fawn over the colors, that's all you need to do. Actually, you really do need to subscribe. But so if you do, I'm always honest about this and up front. I do get a small commission if you guys decide that you want to try out Hypnotic Yarns, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. So moving on. Guys, I actually have some finished objects. I know. It's so exciting. Okay, so last month, I actually really did have a finished object. It's gone. We'll talk about that in a second. In the last episode, I did almost have a finished object. I just needed to bind off. And these are done. I bound them all. He's laughing at my...
There used to be a cat.
my broken sock blocker, because this is the only kid size that I have, and I rummaged around and found one, and it's broken, but I don't really need the top of it. I just really need it.
That's what I said.
I went ahead and broke the rest of it off because you made fun of it, and so I said I'll just break it off. Yeah, you did.
When?
Earlier today, you're like, Mama, what's wrong with that cat?
I recall no such thing. No.
He's already early developing selective memory. You know, if you're married and to your husband or your significant other, they have a tendency not to remember certain details. And he's already learning. So yes, we did talk about it, and yes, you did make fun of my cat. So anyway, you did. So anyway, this, or you can just cover your face. So this is, let's see if I can get this a little bit closer and focused. There we go. So this is the socks. These are the socks that I had, my broken fingernail. These are the socks that I had last week. And this is knit with Forest Fiber Arts yarn. The owner is Nikki, and the colorway is Goody. And I picked this out for Alexis because she loves pink, etc. So with this particular one, so Alexis is 6 years old, right? So I went ahead and did a 56 stitch count sock for her, and I used my regular recipe, which is the Flegel heel, which you guys know if you followed me long enough that is my go-to. I use the rounded toe pattern off of Ravelry, and I just literally, I swear my memory is just like falling apart.
I had a moment.
I had a moment. It's the Seam Free Rounded Toe by Lynn Ashton. It is my go-to because I don't like a pointed toe. So, and these are shorties for Alexis because I generally knit shorties for her. And I think that this is a 2x2 ribbing at the top. And I want to say that I did 8 or 9 rounds of ribbing for this sock. And so the other one is done as well, but I don't have a sock blocker for it. So I made it a little bit longer so that she would be able to wear it more than one season. So anyway, I love the way these turned out, and now she can wear them because she's been dying to, but I told her not till after the podcast. Plus, I also need to take pictures for my Ravelry account so that I can put those on there. Can you? Thank you. Next up.
Stole my sock.
Next up. Okay. So last year, I made the decision to try 4 at a time knitting for socks. And most of you guys remember that it just kept showing up after episode after episode after episode. Well, I'm here to tell you that I went ahead and took those apart because I don't like knitting 4 at a time. The process was fine. It just, because it took so much longer, I think I fell out of love with knitting them because of that. So I decided to separate them and go back to my 2 at a time formula like I have always done. So this is the first set of socks. These are Jordan's socks, and these are on this is the yarn is by Brazen Stitchery. Woo. And it is called Go Cowboys. As you can see, we are a huge fan of the Cowboys here, whether they are losing or winning. And luckily yesterday we had a win,
but that got hurt.
Got hurt, so that kind of sucked. But I said I got this yarn last year at DFW Fiber Fest. And I was like, oh yeah, Jordan, you're gonna have these socks next year. I mean, this coming last year for the fall season, and that didn't happen. So I said, let me just get myself together. That's what I said. Let me get myself together. Let me get myself together before another season goes by and he doesn't get these socks, and then he can no longer wear them because he's gone up in a foot size. So anyway, so this is, like I said, Brazen Stitchery. Cover your face. There you go. my pot holder. So this is Brazen Stitchery Go Cowboys colorway. And so let me tell you a little bit about this. Once again, this is my Flegel heel. This is a 68 stitch count sock because Jordan wears almost a size 12. And this is also the rounded toe by Lynn Ashton, the pattern. And I did 20 rows of 2x2 ribbing on a US size 1 2.25 millimeter needle. I don't know why this is not one to focus, but anyway, so these are done. I'm very happy about that. And as far as the sock blockers are concerned, I know a lot of people ask about the sock blockers. I got these from Burning Impressions on Etsy. It's a Canadian shop, and guys, these are super good quality sock blockers. They are one of my favorites, and she will put any logo design on it that you want or something that you're happy with, and it's coated in something that kind of protects them. But these are nice quality sock blockers. So I'll leave that information in the link below, so you guys, if you want to check her shop out, you can do that. So with that being said, then also, okay, I forgot, I got one more finished object, and these are, well, I kind of count them as a set.
But
so,
it's 3.
So these are dishcloths. You guys know that I'm knitting dishcloths, and basically I've got a set of 3. And these are the, let me get a little closer shot so you can see the colorway. These are the Dishie multicolor, multicolor yarn. It is in the colorway, what did I say this one was? Red Rover.
Red Rover.
And I looked and I looked and I didn't think I saw these on there. But anyway, out of a skein of their Dishie, I was able to get 3 washcloths, and this is literally all that I had left.
String.
What?
String.
Don't unravel it.
What are you use it for?
I don't know. To tie you up. So anyway.
Can't hold me with yarn.
I'm gonna need for you to focus your head. Anyway, so this is all that I had left, and I actually knit my dishcloths using a US size 7 needle, which is in millimeters. I brought it so that I could tell my European friends. 4.5 millimeters.
You don't use
and I actually use, this is probably, I absolutely love ChiaoGoo needles. I really do, and I really do need to get the interchangeable set. I just haven't done it yet. But I have these 7s from when I was knitting a shawl, so I actually use these also to knit all of my washcloths. And I've got quite a bit of yarn left, so I need to really
get to it.
Get to it. What time do you have to leave, Jordan?
5:30.
You leaving at 5:30?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have a little bit of time. Okay, so now, so that takes care of all of my finished objects. Now, I do have a hoe. You know what a hoe is, Jordan? I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. That did not come out right. So this, my friends, is a half finished object.
HFO.
A half finished object. You can't see it because Jordan's face is in the way. But anyway, guys, I broke my rule on this particular sock. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus there. I apologize for that, guys. I broke my rule on this sock, and I actually did this was a sock I did last year or at the beginning of this year. I actually knit, I was trying to get my mojo back, so I only knit 1 sock. And to be honest, this yarn was donated by a friend of ours from our knitting group, and I do not know the colorways on this. And all I have to do on this one is bind it off.
And you have a single sock.
But I have a single sock, so it has literally been sitting around collecting dust. And these are the stitch markers that I use to count every 10 rows, so I would be able to make sure that the second sock matched. So I think I may end up doing a tutorial on the other one since this one is already done, because my first tutorial, my 2 at a time Fleegle heel sock, which is probably one of my most popular videos on YouTube, it was knit with worsted weight yarn, so people could actually see could see the stitch definition, and it was easier for them to see. But not everybody likes 2 at a time socks, and this one I would do on sock yarn, also showing the rounded toe that I use, and how to change out the yarn for the colors and the bind off, etc. Because I didn't do that on the last one. And these here, these socks were knit with my signature.
Yeah.
No, what are these? They're not Highas.
High is the blue one.
Very good. Smart boy.
I always remembered it by color.
Okay.
I don't know.
So these are my signature.
Signature?
These are my most expensive needles.
Yeah, because they have really good.
They really have really good points. But I've had these needles for a while, and as you can see, this cord just really it gets all over me. I've dipped it in water. I've done the things that you do to make it more pliable. And if I could take these needles and put them on this cord, this childhood cord, it would be a marriage made in heaven. But unfortunately, that's not that. So anyway, so when I first got these needles, I had them in my a project bag, and I promise you, I don't know what happened, but the tips bent.
Broke them.
I didn't know they weren't broken. They were. So anyway, so needless to say, I ended up contacting the company, and they replaced them, which was wonderful. But so I ended up buying this, and I think I've shown this on the podcast before. Excuse me. This is a needle protector of sorts, and it's got a slit in the end of the end of this protector, where you can just basically slide your needles in, and it basically holds them in, so you don't ever have to worry about your needles being bent, etc. I don't remember the name of the shop that I got these from, but I will link it in the description box. No, they were on Etsy. I'll link this description box below. But that's why I have these on these particular ones, because they are way too pricey to try to replace. So anyway, so that is a half finished object on that. And then moving right along. Oh, and then the other part of the 4 at a time socks are still hanging out, and they are next up. So Jordan's actually going to have 2 socks completed, which is incredible. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When you have men or boys in your life that have large feet, it really does seem like it takes forever and a day to knit these socks.
Is it that much different?
Mine is a 64 stitch count. Yours is a 68. Your daddy's is a 72. But here's the deal. It's not the circumference that's the issue. It's how long you have to knit the foot.
The foot.
Your foot is almost a 12. His daddy's foot is a 14. And so it's like, yeah. And but they are knit worthy when it comes to socks, because they actually like my socks. And so it makes me happy to knit them in that sense. But it just seems like it drags on.
It's exhausting.
And I wouldn't, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So with that being said, these here are the other half of the 4 at a time socks. And this colorway is by Chicken Coop Dyeworks. It's in her colorway Germinate. And it's a shop owned by my good friend Carol. So I got these at DFW Fiber Fest as well. I absolutely love the colorway, and I think Jordan picked this colorway out for himself.
Well, yes, I did.
Yes, you did. And this is 75% Superwash Merino and also 25% Nylon. So I'm going to start on these, finishing up these, because I'm almost to the point where I start increasing for the heel on these. So, so it shouldn't take that long to finish these since I'm probably a little over halfway done. So that's one of my whips. I think that's my only whip. I think that's my only whip. Our lighting changed because the sun is moving. So anyway, so I almost forgot, guys. So I want to go back and do the question of the day. I'm all out of sorts. All out of sorts. So Jordan, what's the question of the day?
What is your favorite podcast these days?
So I will tell you, you know, for a long time I was out of my knitting mojo was low, and I wasn't even watching any podcasts. So every once in a while you just want, now that I'm kind of getting back into things, I kind of want to see what other new podcasts were out there, because I'm sure I have missed quite a few. So what I did today was I went to YouTube and I just typed in knitting podcasts. The first one that came up was Woolen Forest Knits. It's a podcast by Maria. I had not seen it before, and I was like, I was very pleasantly surprised. She seems like a very sweet lady, and I watched 2 episodes while I finished up Jordan's socks today. So if you guys have any podcasts, even specifically even some newer ones that have just come out, maybe the latter part of last year or this year, let me know so that I can kind of pick those up, and because I like to watch podcasts while I knit. I feel like, you know, we're in it together, so to speak. Okay, Jordan. So since I have gone through my finished objects, my foes, and my hoes, and my whips, let's talk about. Let's talk about what, Jordan? So. Something happens for us every year around this time, and
That's a thumbnail right there. Like that.
Are you going to wear it right?
Maybe.
I'm just going to wait till you do. Okay. Because I may be the one driving him to bed, so he can either sit here and act right, or...
Are you?
No, probably not.
I thought you were going to edit this.
Probably not. I probably will edit this. So, when you see this hat come out, what time is it, Jordan?
It's 12 days of Christmas KAL time.
Ding, 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 ding. So, this year has been a very hard 2020. But I say, you know what? Let's finish this year on a bang. Something familiar to my older subscribers that know this is going to be the 3rd annual 12 Days of Christmas KAL giveaway.
I've worn this hat for 3 years.
For 3, did you wear it the first year? Anyway, I've had this hat. I knitted this hat a very, very long time ago. It is on my project page on Ravelry, and it truly was a joy to knit. And actually, I believe, yes, I do. I have a YouTube tutorial on this hat, and very easy to knit. I think it's timeless. I think you can change the color to be, if you wanted to do like a darker color for a more of a vintage look, you could. But yeah, it is vintage, but you could do like a really dark like maroon color to kind of give it that, you know, that Christmas look. So anyway, so it's the 12 Days of Christmas KAL giveaway 2020. So we're gonna have it start today. I will allow whips if you started it in the month of October. And I am never picky about what you guys knit or crochet during this time, because I wanted to help you to either get Christmas gifts knitted or crocheted or whatever it may be. So I'm not picky. The only thing that I ask is that it be at least 50 grams of yarn, but I will let you guys decide what you knit. I will have a page in the Ravelry group. Okay, I'm not sure where the camera cut off, but anyway, so we will have the KAL starts today. And it goes through December, what do we say, Jordan? The 13th. It ends on the 13th. So you will be able to have one entry this year. And I will have a post in the Ravelry group for discussion. I will have a post for a closed thread just so that you can put in your pictures. I will also accept entries on Instagram because I know some people have issues with Ravelry getting on it, etc. So if you will use the hashtag 12DOCKAL20, then we will be able to find your, and you can tag me too so that I'll be able to count your entry if you don't post it into Ravelry. So that would be awesome. So like I said, it starts today. Whips are allowed if you started it in October, and it goes all the way through to December the 13th. After December the 13th, you got yarn in your mouth. After December the 13th, every day up until Christmas, we will announce one winner and we will send those prizes out to you. It's my way of saying thank you for following us all year long, and I just want to give back to you guys as you give back to us as far as the love that you show us every year. So anyway, so you guys jump on that and make sure that you are knitting something that makes you happy, and with that,
or make somebody else happy.
So the last thing I want to show you, I have no acquisitions because I really want to try to knit from my stash because I know.
Growing.
Do you remember how many skeins of sock yarn I said I had?
You got it.
Yeah, I did count them once. Did I mention that on one of the podcasts? I don't remember now, but it was a ridiculous amount. So guess what? I don't have any Christmas socks, and I have been following a couple of people on.
I was trying to get the.
I have been following a couple of people on YouTube, and I must say that they are wanting to have 25 pairs of socks each for the month of December, and I kind of thought that's a kind of cool idea. So I do have, well, yeah, but a sock a day, 25 socks.
Knit a sock a day?
Not knit a sock a day, wear a pair of knitted socks in the month of December. It's going to take me forever, but I said, let me go ahead and get started. So my first set, I literally reached in to find some Christmas yarn, and literally Mitchell's Creations came up. This is my good friend Tara. This is one of her colorways that I bought. I don't even know if it was last year or the year before last. The colorway is All Is Calm, All Is Bright, and it is on her lanyap sock base. Lanyap. 75% superwash, 25% nylon, 463 yards. And this is not what you would consider a traditional, yeah, you can do that. This is not what is considered a traditional sock colorway as far as Christmas. But when I saw it, I remembered the reason why I bought it. So anyway, so I'm gonna cast those on for my first pair of Christmas socks. And then last is, my husband needs another pair of socks. I've knit him only 2 pair in my lifetime, and it's time for me to go ahead and knit him up some more. So while I was at DFW Fiber Fest last year, I stopped at a booth called Two Guys Yarn Company, Taming the Rainbow. Anyway, I fell in love with this color. This is on their Tweety Toes sock base. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, I'll show it to you in a minute. It is 85% superwash, Blueface Leicester, 15% Donegal, and it is beautiful. It's got the bits of tweed in it, or yarn in it, that and so it's a gray colorway, and the colorway on this one is, I love it, it's Fog Advisory. So anywho, so yeah, I think that this is going to be socks for your daddy. But it's 435 yards, so they can't be too long because your daddy wears a size 14.
Big feet.
Big feet, big feet, big feet. Okay, so I think that is it. Did we make it, Jordan? I think we did make it, time-wise. So, it is so hard sometimes. So hard to podcast with this one over here. And my daughter Alexis is hanging out in the corner dying to come over here. So the next podcast, I will probably let her sit with us. You haven't seen her in a while. So, yeah, we'll let her podcast with us next time. So anyway, I think with that being said, Jordan's like, no. With that being said, I think we're done. So Jordan can go ahead and go to his band practice. I appreciate your time. And I think that's it. You want to come over here, Alexis? Come here. Here's Alexis. There's the camera up there. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I think that's it, Jordan.
She's been out here for a second.
Okay. Until next time, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.